What the healthy, happy people, thank you so much for tuning back in. This is Mr. Beatles, your financial planner and small business developer. Today, we are talking about The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. What an amazing work. And if you have been following along, you know that right now we are in the desert of our life and we are tuned in, tapped in, and turned on with Santiago, and he finds the alchemist once again. And the boy tells the alchemist, he says, look, man, there's some stuff going on. And the alchemist says, I already know. He says, what you have found is the legend. What you have found is the language of the world. The language of the world. The world around us is always speaking, and you have found that. And the boy questions the alchemist's judgment because he just found it like yesterday. Like he hadn't been trained in this stuff. It's not like he has always been seeking to understand and become an alchemist. It just happened for him. He wasn't trained. And what he ends up telling the alchemist, he says, look, I get it. I know you think that I am prepared and ready and trained for this, but that's not even what I do. I'm going to tell you somebody that does, though. The Englishman. Now, that guy's got a doctorate, an MSN, a MBA, a PMP, whatever. He's got all kinds of designations. Like, this is what he has been raised up to do. And that's the guy that you need to be talking to. And the alchemist says, look, he is on his path, but you have figured it out. So what I find is that we do two things. One, we tell ourselves that we're not qualified. And then because we tell ourselves we're not qualified, we immediately look to somebody else that we can give the referral to. We give our business away. We give our light away to somebody else that we think is more qualified than we are because maybe we haven't read the book. Maybe we didn't go to the class. Maybe we didn't attend the university. Maybe we have not done enough business in order to feel good about who we are and where we are in life. What I'm telling you is don't do that shit no more. Don't do that anymore. Don't give your light away when the light is meant for you. We get so upset and we find ourselves living in darkness, watching somebody else live out their personal dream because we were afraid to just step into what we were called to do. The world around us is conspiring to give us what we want. We have to accept what the world is giving us. Second thing, marginal success can kill your drive. The marginal success can kill your drive. Now, if you've been following along, we're in page 113 right now, and Santiago has been through some stuff, right? He has decided to tell his mom and dad, look, I don't want to have just a regular old trade. I don't want to have a job, man. Anybody can get a job. I want to be able to travel and see the world, and I want to do some amazing and beautiful things, and I want to have some stories that I can tell. And so he becomes a shepherd. And as a shepherd, he is traveling the countryside and he's meeting all these different people. But along the way, he loses his sheep. And then his sheep cause him to then find a merchant man at the top of the hill that has a crystal shop. And the merchant man, his crystal shop has not been booming since like the 80s. And Santiago, he comes along and he says, look, man, I can turn this whole thing around for you. And he does. He turns the whole thing around. And the shop is doing better than it's ever done before. Santiago raises enough money to not only buy the 60 sheep that he lost, but another 60 sheep. He's got money in his pocket. He's got gold in reserve. And now he is in the oasis and he has found the love of his life. He says, what more do I want? I got the success. I got the transportation. I got the woman that I need. I don't need to move any further. I want to build my life right here. The alchemist stops him again. He says, look, you found all this stuff along your path, along the way to your destination. Like, how much better would your life be if you just kept going? If you just kept doing what you were called to do. See, because the reason why you found the love of your life, you got money in your pocket, and now you're now understanding the language of the world. You have received and experienced all that stuff because you're on your path. And so don't allow the marginal success to convince you that it's good enough. It can't get any better than this. It gets much better. It gets much better when you have the courage to step up, stand out, and follow that thing that's beating on the inside of you. Follow your heart, because that's where you'll find your personal destiny. So with that being said, again, don't overlook your own personal legend, and don't let the marginal success convince you that it's not worth going to find your treasure. All right. Those two things will keep you wealthy, healthy, and happy throughout the day. So this is Mr. Beatles. I'm glad that you're tuning in. If you have not picked up that book, look, if you have not picked up the book, got to pick up the book. We're going through pages 120 to 110, 120 to 130 tomorrow. All right. So we're wealthy, we're healthy, we're happy, and we are out.